In recent months, a series of audacious attacks unfolded at sea, orchestrated by the Houthi movement, a globally recognized terrorist group with affiliations to Iran. These aggressions were triggered by the Israel-Gaza war, compelling the Houthis to target commercial and military vessels in the Red Sea. The result was a swift and decisive response from US and British forces, who executed precision airstrikes on multiple Yemeni targets on January 11th. Despite this, President Biden's assertion that US strikes on the Houthis in Yemen failed to halt the attacks in the Red Sea. The relentless assaults by the Houthi movement have not only wreaked havoc on international shipping, but have also ensnared nations in a complex web of regional conflicts. Now, a new player has entered the scene: the Indian Navy. Responding to a distress call, the Indian Navy evacuated 21 crew members, including 15 Indians, from a commercial ship targeted by hijackers in the North Arabian Sea. The rescue mission, executed by an Indian warship, showcased the Navy's commitment to maritime security. But that's not all. The Indian Navy has shifted gears to a proactive stance. In the Gulf of Aden, the Indian Navy announced the successful rescue of the crew of the US-owned vessel, Genco Picardy, after an attack by the Houthis. A swift response from the Indian Navy diverted a warship to rescue the 22 crew members, ensuring their safety and extinguishing the fire. The Indian Navy, now on a mission to uncover the perpetrators, demonstrated its resolve at the commissioning ceremony of INS Imphal. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh proclaimed the government's seriousness in addressing the attack, declaring, "Whoever executed this attack, we will find them, even from the bottom of the sea, and will take stern action against them." So the key question is, why is India aggressively involved now? In the past, India has taken part in different anti-piracy efforts, but the current situation is unique. This time, it is crucial for India to keep the Red Sea open. Since 20% of India's trade passes through the Suez Canal, the country faces potential challenges on two fronts. Firstly, India primarily imports oil from West Asia and Russia, and any change in the route may impact the prices of the 40% of oil imported from Russia via the Suez Canal. Secondly, shipping costs could rise by up to 40%, affecting Indian exports and causing losses for companies involved in overseas exports. The Houthi attacks have shown that countries are no longer shielded from distant geopolitical events. For India, the incident involving the MV Chem Pluto is not an isolated case. Another ship, the MV Sai Baba, reported a drone attack in the Red Sea on its way to India on December 23rd. Considering this situation, the Indian Navy has systematically increased surveillance and presence in the region to safeguard India's shipping interests and ensure the safety of crew, fleet, and cargo. 5 frontline guided missile destroyers, namely INS Kolkata, INS Kochi, INS Mormugao, INS Chennai, and INS Visakhapatnam, stand vigilant, ready to assert dominance over the maritime domain. Supporting this naval might, the Indian Navy has deployed a Boeing P-81 anti-submarine warfare aircraft, while a Sea Guardian drone offers a watchful eye from above. Now, let's turn our attention to the formidable firepower that the Indian Navy has deployed in the Arabian Sea. The guided missile destroyers, including the Kolkata class and Visakhapatnam class, exhibit notable similarities in their armaments, sensors, and radar systems. Equipped with 32 Barak 8 surface-to-air missiles, a Malara 76mm super rapid gun mount, 4 AK-630 close-in weapon systems, 2 M2 stabilized remote-controlled guns, 16 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, anti-submarine torpedoes, and versatile helicopters such as the Druve and Sea King, these vessels boast a formidable array of capabilities. In the radar domain, these destroyers feature the advanced MF Star ASA radar, complemented by the BEL Hamsa next-generation hull-mounted sonar array and the DRDO Shakti electronic warfare suite. While these destroyers may not carry the same amount of armaments as U.S. Navy destroyers, it would be misleading to underestimate their potency. In addition to advanced Barak air defense systems, BrahMos missiles can be really strong, as we saw in the Russia-Ukraine war. The older Onyx missile, which came before BrahMos, couldn't be stopped even by advanced Ukrainian air defense systems. The Ukrainian Air Force acknowledged the challenge in intercepting these missiles due to their extraordinary speed and low flight altitude. The Indian Navy is not an expeditionary navy like the U.S. Navy. It has never attacked, first because the nation prefers peaceful resolutions to conflicts and uses military force as a last resort. Now, the Houthis have dragged India into the Red Sea crisis by attacking its ships. And the last time the Indian Navy was involved in a conflict, a new nation was born. Perhaps the Houthis should think about that for a moment.